such an asshole.
All right. I'm gonna have to be intellectually honest. I have no clue how all 50 states do their certification of tradesmen. Um, and it seems like a fucking nightmare. And I'm cursing because I'm so pissed about this. Because not only do they make it fucking impossible to get a job and like, okay, go into the trades, especially the East Coasters and somebody in the trades explained double below. I'm gonna have to rely on our audience to help this guy out because all I can go through is logically what I can read. But my God, the amount of fuckery you got to go through to get certified to be whatever, a plumber or electrician or a carpenter or a roof guy, and especially the way it sounds like the unions got it locked down over in the East Coast. By the way, fuck it. If you're in the East Coast, that matter, California, any leftist place, get the fuck out of there. Just get the fuck out of there. One thing I don't understand is like, okay, let's say, I'm relatively handy. I could do a lot of fix-it things and carpentry things around the house. I could do some mechanical things. Well, is that illegal in some states? Because I don't have my fucking license? And if you don't need a license, why can't you just work under the table or kind of help people out? Can you not get bonded and insured if you're not licensed? So here it is, the boomers making things more fucking difficult than they have to be already, and the unions. I don't know if you're even in the union, but I'm going to try my best. Hey, Cappy, keep me anonymous. My brother showed me your videos a few years ago and have been a huge help for me. I went from becoming a fat, lazy pothead to a man with purpose and probably in better shape than the average American. It doesn't take much. I was going to say, yeah, well, what, you're only like 70 pounds overweight? What? You can actually reach around and feel your own dick. The fat hasn't cut the blood supply off, that it's numb all the time. Anyway, I'm in the middle of my electrical apprenticeship, and we have been doing class through the internet, which has been okay. For some reason, the school is super anxious to get us back in school for in-person learning. They have sent us a mandatory survey that we have to fill out about our vaccination status. I have two questions. Is it possible for you to share the link with your viewers and spam the shit out of my overreaching school? Doing this will not release my identity, blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah, and I already did that. I don't know if it's out there. And I'll just read it. surveymonkey.com/r/KM3SBS7. Oh, Kevin, just put it in the chat room. All right, I will. Can I put it in the chat room? Or did YouTube make it impossible for me to do that? Will it work? Will it work? There it is. It's in the chat room. So there, you guys can all take it and tell them to fuck off. Also, my school said if we don't get vaccinated, we can continue to work as long as our job doesn't require a vaccine. All right, that's cool. We will miss one whole year of school, and our raises will be withheld for that year. See, this is... Can you go somewhere else? I mean, like, you know what, you boomers? Fuck you. Just fuck every one of motherfucking one of you. You make it fucking, I'm not a big fan of millennials, but holy shit. And I thought you fucked us in the ass, us Gen Xers. But man, you guys just don't want any young people to succeed. I mean, you fucked us with your regular dick, but then you went down to the dildo store, got the monster elephant dick strap on, and you fucked the millennials, and now you're fucking Gen Z. Like, is this what you live for? To make it impossible for young people to find fucking jobs? I am not no socialist, and I don't like Joe Biden, and I'm against UBI, but man, it makes me happy seeing those stimmy checks and all these people telling you all to fuck off. And frankly, here's what I would do. This is what I would do. I would gather up some of your colleagues, your peers, and just kind of like go on strike, right? That's what union people do, right? Go on strike. Say no. No. You need us. They seem anxious, right? They want your money, right? No. Just stop getting pushed around. And I know you have other sources of income. I would, and I don't know if you want to be in the current state that you're in. Like, can you just like fuck off? And the only advice I know is going to hurt a lot of the soy boys and the millennials out there: move to a red state. You want to be treated a little bit, move to a right to work state. We don't have to deal with this fucking bullshit. I mean, or honestly, I know, like, I don't know what the rules are, but man, can't you just work under the table? I mean, when I built my house, like, I had to do a lot of my own work. And I'm just thinking, like, well, shit, man. If I ever had to, DT's idea of like becoming the my husband won't do it.com, and we're not talking about sex, we're talking about the house chores and fixing things up. I mean, if they're going to make it this fucking hard, yeah, I could totally see why people deal drugs. I could totally see, ooh, he fixed the HVAC without a license. Ooh, fuck you people. Just fuck you. I mean, this doesn't solve this guy's problem, but God, I mean, you're not wrong, buddy. You're not wrong. I'm just thinking, oh, we need all these tradesmen. We need all these truck drivers. Hey, I got an idea. How about you stop fucking around and make it so we can get certified and skilled and trained? No, I don't want to take your fucking diversity classes. No, I don't want to take your sexual harassment classes. No, I don't want to sit there, going to college, become a CPA, taking 2 years of fucking Marxist, liberal arts, social science, bullshit, affirmative action, not even affirmative action, because there's plenty of white people in that one too, but just these morons who couldn't get a job with their master's degree in the social science and liberal arts, was just the biggest fucking multi-$100 billion annual racket. No, we can't let you just go work. We gotta pay these worthless fucking parasites of society. Now I say no. Can you do something else? They just like fucking tyrants. Dangling education. Ooh, well, see, now you need to do this. Ooh, now you need to do that. I think, there's only so many. Why don't you go rally them up? Why don't you go rally them up? Contact all of them. Say, no. Become your own little union boss, right? The leftists like unions. Why don't you do that? Say, no. No, we're done. We're done. You're either going to fucking train us, do what you said you're going to fucking do, or go fuck yourself. And then you move off to Texas or Utah or some other place where they're actually like, yeah, we need electricians. Let's get them ready to, I'll give you another example. So I was listening to this documentary, Wings of the Red Star. It's a great documentary they did about Soviet fighter planes. And they go over each plane, and the guy talks about how, and this is from like the early 90s or late 80s. Well, then they also did Wings of the Luftwaffe. So they talk about all the German fighter planes in World War II. And what they were talking about, and this is very commonly happened with the Bf-109s and the Focke-Wulf 190s, is they talk about how they could build the planes, but they couldn't train the pilots enough quickly to fly them because they were just getting shot down out of the sky. And it was the pilots, like an experienced pilot was more valuable than the plane. And it's kind of like we're in kind of a similar situation where it's like, we're not at war, but there's such a shortage of skilled labor. So what they would do is they would like rush people through training, like get them out there. We got to go. The Soviets did this too with tanks, where they were like, they literally take the tanks off the assembly line, and they wouldn't even bother painting them, because they need to go fight the Germans over on the Eastern Front. But in Russia, it'd be the Western Front. Geography. And like, no, go. And they plop a guy in that T-34 with some basically, like, get out there. Stop him. Get now. It might rust. You ain't going to last long enough for it to rust. Get out there. Go. And it would be like in 1945, the Luftwaffe saying, well, before we train you, we first have to have a sensitivity course. And now, do you have these shots? Do you have this? No, we can't let you fly the Focke-Wulf 190 just yet. We need a little bit more. Okay, now, did you get your economics class? Did you get your, we know you've been speaking German. You have to take German composition yet again before we can train you. And it's like, dude, do you want a functioning society or not? Do you want a fucking economy or not? And it's not unironic we're talking about Nazis. I mean, they're being a little bit, I don't know who's got their ball sack. Maybe the state has their ball sack and they got to do this. And maybe they're trying to give you as much leeway as you can. But dude, why fuck with this shit? I mean, just go somewhere else. There's a whole year of school and our raises will be withheld that year. I'm doing fine with my current wages. My job is projected to grow for 5 years. You got low costs. Highly doubt my job will ask for the vaccination anytime soon. School not transfer. Our current hours worked to an out-of-state law. Of course not. Oh, I hate you boomers. Oh, if you boomers ever wonder why all the nation hates you, this is the shit right here. This is the motherfucking shit right here. I'm okay with finishing my apprenticeship here in this jurisdiction, but I'm tired of the leftist utopia and will move away once my apprentice is completed. Should I work through the year without the vaccination and without going to school and getting a raise, or should I just man up and get the jab thing? God, dude, I don't know. You know, and I'm not against the vaccine. I'm not. I just want to see it tested a little more. What I would do is look up the latest data and figures on complications with it. Do your research. Also, if you have any health conditions, like, you know, I got high cholesterol. So I'm obviously reluctant to get, I'm not against it. It's just like, hey, let's see the numbers first. Remember when you said 2 weeks? Yeah, that's what concerns me. Weren't you also the same people that tell me that the paper companies are burning down all the forests and they weren't? Yeah. Weren't you the ones saying that we're all going to die because the Amazon rainforest was the lungs of the earth and it was going to? Yeah. Are you the ones that kept saying follow your heart and the money will follow? Yeah. Are you the ones that saying any degree is a good degree? Yeah. You know what? I'm going to hold off, see if this blood clot thing kind of. But if you got good health and you're not prone to blood clots and all that, you know, and I think the statistics are that it's real so far, you know, the hot 15 minutes it's been out, it's up to you. I can't make that decision. I can't make that decision for you. But I don't know. Here's what it is. Go talk to your doctor. Go get some blood work done. And by the way, all you young men should be doing this anyway. Should have a regular checkup with your doctor. I know you guys don't do that because you're busy just getting by, trying to find a job when they keep throwing hurdles in front of you. But do go to your doctor, find out, do the research, find out what the drawbacks are, what the death rates are, complications. If I recall correctly, it's a fraction. I mean, so far it's relatively safe. Don't quote me on that. And then you say, oh, okay, well, I don't have this problem. My family has this type of history. See what your doctor recommends. And then, yeah, if you're like, I mean, I can't tell you what to do, man. It's your health. But if you don't want to, don't. You know, and that's the thing that pisses me off. It's like, it's like teachers and your parents when they told you have to do, like, especially religion, do this or you will burn in hell. Now really? I wasn't even thinking about it. Matter of fact, I was thinking about joining that religion, but now you told me join or else, go fuck yourself. When you dare threaten me, then that's just out of spite. But you know, you socialists and Democrats, you're not really good at PR because that requires work in the private sector. You just like to decree things. Either or, man, you need to get more information to figure out what the risk is to your health and then decide whether you want to do that or not. But God almighty, get out of that bleeping state. P.S. I just want to live and let live. Yeah, I mean, no, but see, the socialists and the Marxists, they can't have that. Can you imagine what the next root beer float's going to be? Because if this thing has caused this much drama, I looked it up. Do you know how much more we spent on this thing than we did both World War I and II combined, adjusting for inflation and population, like as a percentage of GDP? Holy shit. Oh, I can't wait to see what happens, what the next crisis is going to be. Slivers. Oh my gosh, stop handling lumber. Everything must be built in plastic. I just don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. All right, do we have any super chats? All right, we do have a couple super chats. Good evening, Mr. Capperson. I like that. Mr. Capperson. Joe Allen, 904. How do I figure out the careers in the most demand? Okay, Joe, I'm not going to yell at you because you've helped out. It's called wages. That's what's in demand. Now, it doesn't mean it's going to be in demand forever. For example, petroleum engineers and truck drivers were in high demand in 2014, back in the oil boom. Okay. Right now, truck drivers are also in demand. It can change. But when you see high wages, that's what's in demand. Do not go to the Bureau of Labor Statistics and type in medical transcriptionist and then say, because what the BLS does is it forecasts demand for growth in that field. And they'll say, oh, this isn't very high. Oh, it's only 2%. Oh, the BLS said it's only 2%. Have you noticed how government economists can't predict jack fuck all shit? I would pull a pube off my ball sack right now and I'd hold it up in the camera. I say, this pube has more predictive capability than all the government economists in the world. And you know what? I'd be right, because they went back and looked at how their forecast worked out. No correlation, completely worthless. It's the high wages that tell you what's in demand. And if you need a second kind of like, okay, well, it's paying high wages. How do I know it really is high demand? How do I know it's in high demand? Because it's hard and nobody else wants to do it. And here's another horribly accurate, truthful thing. You can go to the Labor Department. There's a chart that shows you distribution of male and female employment. And on the far left, where the highest percentage of females is, it's kindergarten teachers. On the far right, it's electricians, speaking of which. Okay? The more men that are in the field, the higher pay it is. It's a general rule. Just a general rule. Not saying there aren't women in the field, but generally, the more men, higher pay. Because of patriarchy. It has nothing to do with the job being hard or in the cold or in the heat or the danger, right? No, it's just patriarchy. Actually, Joe, I hear they're having trouble finding garbage men. There's a lot of jobs popping up. I'm like, maybe I'll go be a garbage man. That pays a pension. Give me some of that sweet government money, pension money that all the millennials and Gen Zers will go and pay their extra taxes for that they voted upon themselves. Bat Dad, new guy, $5. Just listen to Enjoy the Decline. We'll have a consulting question at some point. Follow, God, please, Bat Dad, follow the instructions. Love your content and the boomer hate. Yeah, well, the boomers bring it upon themselves. They really do. They really do. Okay, good, DJ. Did you take the survey? Good. Hey, there's a girl in the room. Who let the girl in the room? Was Dallas-Fort now under Dallas-Fort Worth? Huh. Nonstop trade, $2, but wait, there's more. Wait till the welfare ends. The welfare will never end, Dre. It's just that the welfare check will not be able to buy anything. Same thing with Social Security. Same thing, Dre, as your military check. I don't know if you get a pension or if you get a disability. It's the checks will never end. It's just that a gallon of milk will cost $100. And then we'll blame the Republicans in the Senate. All right. Swallow Blue, $5. How to fix the labor shortage? Oh, I don't know. Maybe respond to people just the Swallow, you got to apply for different jobs in different towns, man. You got to get out of there. It's like you go, I've told that story before where I asked one girl to dance, she said no. Another girl to dance, she said no. And after I got shut down like the fifth or fourth time, this was at a jazz club with a dance floor, by the way. I asked what was every seemingly unspoken for girl. I asked 31 girls that night to see if they wanted to dance. And after a while, I'm like, okay, that's it. I just walked right around, asked them all. And then, you know, I concluded wasn't going to happen. And then I left. I went fishing in a different pond. It's the same thing. If people keep rejecting you, it's like, okay, there's something fucked. It could be a labor law. It could be the mayor has sand up his vagina. Who knows? Who knows what it is? But it ain't worth your time to figure it out. Go send a resume elsewhere. I'm not kidding, Swallow. If you may want to look at like getting a car and just doing Uber and driving and delivering pizza, because they cannot find people to do that out here. I think that's it. Did we catch up with everything? Swallow is the last one. Scrolling down. That's it. All right. There we go. Questions, answers. AssholeConsulting.com. I'll see you guys later. Toodles.